Giants.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Drop ball 80.
They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Throwing his dart. Complete right side to Hyatt. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The Giants at 1-8 now on the year, and they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Could you imagine being in those coaches' rooms right now? And you remember the old expression, there's no such thing as a bad idea? That's really true right here. They're searching for any idea, anything that can galvanize this team and find a victory and get them out of this losing spin.
And he's got his man on the outline. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You talk about this Rams defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
To throw now, Dart.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Dart looking to throw again.
He throws there, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
The This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
To the air, Dart. He'll try and do this himself.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let it pop it through the posts.
And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding it for a short game.
And a quick throw there is incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense.
They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And this is when we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McLaughlin. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen. It's McLaughlin.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
Down the left sideline.
And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
McLaughlin will score. Touchdown, L.A.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
A try here for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here comes Darius Slayton from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. That one good for 17 as they're setting better now for third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you'd like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the gun, Dart. He'll try to pick it up himself. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 2.
To the air once more is Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants have retaken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
2nd and 2. But he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Back to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
First and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darius Alexander. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. They'll drop the throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Loss of 5 yards. It's brought down and goal.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 1. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
To throw is Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
the 19-yard line.
Viking 18. Back 60.
He'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. It's fielded at the 45. They'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
I just want to rap. I just want to...
Throwing his dart. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Come on. 7-5. Cougar 19. Let's go.
Here's Dart. Man open left side. It's his running back with him. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
19 tight. 19 tight.
First down.
65 cats.
First and 10.
Play fake, and here's Dart. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
To the air again. Dart. Oh, that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. And this one is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go and try to put some pressure on the defense.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. The rookie from Clemson looking good on that one. He gets his guys a first down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to have it here just past the 25. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Cowboy 80. Get him, get him. I got him, man, I got him. Take over.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum and were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Ethan Evans in punt formation.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Cowboy 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. Mustang 19. Take over.
Throwing his Dart. Quick completion here to Johnson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Throwing again is Dart. And it's taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready up.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's go. 19 Lion. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Warrior 70. Riggs. Riggs.
Here's Dart. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors from 10 yards out. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And able to get this out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now it's the backup Stafford. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. A tone setter on defense. They pick off the first pass. I had to look down, but yeah, no interceptions last week, so they made up for lost time.
Boy, did they ever. And when you pick off the first pass of the game, you talk about a tone setter. Now your whole entire defense is thinking, okay, when do we get our next one? Can't wait to get back out on the field and get after him.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and putting the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guy.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Rams are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
That's into the hands of McLaughlin. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Stafford now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Nifty move. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's McLaughlin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
They'll look to throw again. This is intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 3.
They'll go play action here with Dart. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
To throw is Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Giants, first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now it's Tracy. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to stretch out their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far. And that's great complementary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to put up a pretty sizable lead.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lady! 59!
Now it's Stafford. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tracy trying the right side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 44 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether
touchdown Giants from 3 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from going up by 30. After, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A dangerous return man showing it here.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them in the turnovers, they've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now back to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Let's go. Back to 60. Back to 60.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Come on.
Now Dart. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go, Shaq. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. 17, Tiger.
Here's Dart. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Giants get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Going to go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ready? 70 Lions. Ready?
Dart. Open man downfield is Johnson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To the air, Dart. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To the air again, Dart. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Giants are pouring it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Ryan Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen. It's McLaughlin. They show up a nice juke of the defender before the next wave can bring him down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready?
2nd and 11 now.
19 Tigers. Ready? 19, 18. Ready?
Dart going to look to throw here.
And that one complete downfield to Johnson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Rams are going to take over here up near the 40. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
40 gun! 40 gun! Set!
Here's Stafford. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Back to throw, Stafford. Oh, dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He had a man open, but he missed it when it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I really enjoy.
Share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we'll probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season. As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here, and we're watching it in front of us.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Ready? 79 Brock. Liking 18.
To the air once more is Dart. This is caught. Touchdown! From 4 yards out. And the Giants add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
The 39-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Hey, fly low! 180! Big 20! Stop!
To throw is Stafford. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Abdul Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready! Hurry! 280! Middle, middle, middle!
Here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release.
Set! Stop!
This to Laporta, right side. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Cougar 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 7. Dragon 60.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He gets this one to Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 more on that one and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Cowboy.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Cougar 19.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
60. 53.
Stafford now to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Yellow lady. Yellow lady. Hey, 50.
Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the side. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this.